I thought it'd be really helpful to have a timeline because there's just so.
Um, okay, so I think I'm live on YouTube right now. Um, I think so. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try to first of all bring this guy over here. Yeah, so if you're just joining me today, I want to react to a video from a group that I really like on YouTube. So why do I like these guys? I think these guys have some very good points and they raise some very good points or talk about things that I actually like to hear. First of all, let me grab the stream link and get people to join. Hold on. I need to grab the stream link and just get people to join. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let me also share this so people can know to join. Okay, so that's that. Today we're just going to, yeah, we're just going to react to what he's talking about. The idea is just to go through it, right? All right, so let's watch the video together. Let's see. Right before we do that, let's see if we can also set up. Yep. Let's see if we can set up Facebook stream also. Yep. Guys, let me know if the audio is bad or if you can't still hear me properly. I think that it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'd like to go live on Facebook if you don't mind. All right. It should be working now. Yeah. Okay, so we're live on Facebook. Let's grab the URL for the live video. Honestly, I've not been able to figure out how to get this. Maybe I'll figure it out later. I don't know. But first, I need to. Is this live right now? I think so. Oh, no. So, just reviewing ABBA and Preach. Just reviewing ABBA and Preach, honestly, nothing more. And yeah, so we're going live on Facebook now. Okay, cool. All right, so let's come back to the video. Let's bring this over here. And let's come back to the video. Okay, so we're live. I need to grab Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, all right, guys, let's dive right into it. Yeah, so let's start with the review of what this guy is saying. Hopefully, I hope it's not too loud, but we'll see. Okay.
I thought it'd be really helpful to have a timeline because there's just so many details being added and things being mixed up. Okay, and we'll go through each thing one by one. Okay, you guys are gonna watch this. I recommend turning over to the screen.
Yeah, okay, so first things first, for those guys that don't understand the full context of what's about to be discussed in this particular video, so basically, Abba broke up with his girlfriend, and, or no, she broke up with him technically, or they broke up, just, just go with that for now. So they broke up, and she just started like this whole media campaign and went online trashing him, saying he did this, he did that, he did a whole lot of things. And if you know Abba and you know Preach, you know these guys are very, very down to earth people. They're very reasonable when it comes to their takes. I don't always agree with a lot of their takes, but I always, to some degree, agree with some parts of it. So today I just want to see what's going on. I want to hear more about the story because Abba is going to shed some more light as to what's, like, how the timeline sort of played out. Because now she's accusing him of saying that, you know, he's this abusive partner, or, you know, saying that he's that kind of person that's not, that doesn't really follow the same principles that he talks about online. So let's watch it together.
Because I do show a lot of the conversations via text, but I don't always read them out. 2025, August to January 2026, that's where Libertine, the Filipino, comes in. We meet in August. By October, we're in a relationship. We've also had conversations at this time about what would happen if she ended up pregnant. So in November, we find out she's pregnant. I tell her I want to keep the child. She tells me she wants to keep it, but she's unsure. From that point on, for the next 2 months, she flip-flops between unsure and doesn't want to have the child. At no point does she really tell me she wants to keep it. Every attitude and everything, or conversations, are always, I don't know, or I don't want to. And obviously this is difficult on me because she changed her mind a lot. She scheduled multiple abortion appointments. I flew down to support her. Despite disagreeing with her, I was always going to support her through the abortion if she wanted to have one, even if I disagreed. Claim that Libby makes is that during this relationship, I emotionally abused her. She references an incident that happened January 2nd. She tells a story. Personally, I think the only reason that she told this story so confidently is because she was not aware that I had recorded this incident.
And then another comment about like girls being hot in Spain and just something like that. And
you were talking about how attractive other girls were in front of you?
Yeah, he was like,
if you know Abba, honestly, that doesn't sound like him. Like, I'm not one to defend people, but that really doesn't sound like, he might have said one or two things in that line, but not from the perspective that I think she's taking it. She's taking it to mean like he's basically stating that he saw a lot of beautiful looking people in Spain when he traveled to Spain, right? But I don't think that's what he meant, because Abba is this kind of person that knows how to appreciate life for what it is. I'm not defending him again, but I don't know, man. Like, I just can't see what she's saying, but maybe she has some proof or evidence. We'll see.
I went to Spain, and like Spain has the hottest people, and he was like, the women in Spain are like really hot. And we had talked about this before, and he says stuff like this, and then I get upset, and then I leave the house, and then I come back, but I do pack my things because I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere else, but I do come back. And I was just like a little angry, so I went to the coffee shop next door. I do come back, and he gets so upset with me. We start fighting again.
What did he get upset with you for? Because he was at the coffee shop?
Because I left, yeah. And he got so upset, and I was trying to explain to him why I was upset, and he just wouldn't hear it. He didn't understand why I was upset or mad. Things would escalate. I'm trying to explain it to him. He's like, no, you left. You need to get out the house. And I'm trying to tell him, Like, why don't you see why I left in the first place? And then it would rile up, and then I start crying. And then he does the whole mocking and yelling and screaming thing. And I know that's hard to imagine, but like, just refer
It
to
ain't
the
hard for
phone.
me to imagine after hearing that goddamn phone call. So
Yeah, so the phone call is just like a preview to what I experienced a lot with him personally. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel safe. He would yell, he would scream. I was pregnant in Montreal. He kicked me out. I was pregnant. I had no signal outside. I was locked out the apartment in Canada weather.
The argument wasn't that big. She makes it sound like I was like, man, there's fucking the women in Spain are so hot, and that's not what happened. We're just talking about how people are attractive in different places.
You see, I said it. I said it. That doesn't sound like ABBA. Like, if you know ABBA or you've watched any of their content, you know that. And I say this because I really like their content. I don't always like their takes, like I said before, but I do think sometimes they have some very excellent takes. And I don't know his personal life. People can be different things in their personal life. Like, I'm sure if my friends, see me online and then see who I am in my personal life, maybe they would see there's some disparity, right? But I am honestly telling you, from what I can perceive from this guy, he's not that kind of person. He's not saying that to rub it in our face. But yeah, let's hear him speak about it.
You know, in some places you'll find the men are more attractive, in some places you'll find the women are more attractive. She got upset about that. I go to the room, time goes by, I go outside, she's gone. I go look for her, can't find her. And then I realized she packed her bags and took it with her. So over a minor argument on the final day that we were spending time, after she's just traveled a good 9 hours to be here, over a minor argument, she packed her bags and she left. Was I upset? Absolutely. She claims that when she came back, I was upset because she left. I don't care you left. I think it's normal in an argument. If you want to take a walk, take some space. Packing the bags to me was a bit far for me. She comes back. So now she's claiming I was screaming, I was yelling. I was verbally abusive, and then I kicked her out, and I left her outside as a pregnant woman in the Montreal cold. And I said, freeze to death.
Him personally, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel safe. He would yell, he would scream. I was pregnant in Montreal. He kicked me out. He has his reasons for it. I was pregnant. I had no signal outside. I was locked out the apartment in Canada weather. And then it would rile up, and then I start crying. And then he does the whole and yelling and screaming thing. And
you tried to book a hotel and it didn't work? Well, you clearly didn't just go to get coffee. So what happened? You booked a hotel and your phone didn't work, so that's why you came back?
it wouldn't even work down there.
Right.
So she came back, and she said, I'm like, where were you? And she's like, I only came back because I didn't have any cell service, but I wanted to book my own place. So not only did she just disappear like this, when she came back, she kept acting weird. And at this point, she starts talking about it doesn't feel safe. So me, a woman says anything like that, that's a wrap. You don't feel safe in my home? I'm not gonna keep you here. Especially you, a tiny woman, I'm a black dude, I ain't playing that shit. So I said, cool.
So you might be seeing someone's reaction spliced into this. The reason why is that this person ended up interviewing Libby. At the time when he interviewed her, he had not seen my recording, but she had.
So because you couldn't book a hotel with your phone, now you want to stay here?
Okay, you want me to go?
I do want you to go. Yeah, you were trying to book a hotel, now you coming back pretending like you didn't want to go.
She's just trying to
So I don't need that
manipulate
shit. Leave. If you want to leave, leave. Absolutely, actually. Let me book it for you. You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because...
This is me yelling. Keep in mind, I'm close to the mic, and I had to boost the audio because her voice is so low. So you see this sounds loud? It's because I boosted it as much as I could so y'all could hear her.
Absolutely, actually. Let me book it for you.
Guys, just imagine if he never recorded this audio. Like, just imagine if he never had this on tape and it was her word against his, and then she goes around on different podcasts talking about this thing. Just imagine just how much of his reputation will be damaged, right? Just let that play in your head for a little bit so you can actually see how sinister some people can be. It's crazy.
You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because you couldn't get cell service? Oh, hell no. So I'm going to book it for you. I'll pay for the Uber and everything. I'll make it super easy.
Why would I want to see you when I'm so
Exactly. So now you don't need the cell service. I'm going to book it for you.
Let me know when the screaming
You are
starts.
tripping.
At one point, she starts to move to another room for no reason. Her shit's there in the living room. She moves to another room, okay?
I consent to receiving additional.
Stop yelling, Abba. Listen.
Well, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not. I don't know why she just went to that room. We're not doing that.
I don't know what she's doing in this other room. So
All right, I booked it. I booked it. So let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
No,
Hey, I booked it.
She said no.
no,
Hey, I booked it.
no.
What do you mean no? You're gonna stay at my place? I already booked the hotel.
Just cancel it.
I'm not canceling it. You need to go. You want to leave? You leave. Hey,
She was just throwing
get
a
up out of
tantrum,
here.
bro.
Yo, I just want you to leave. I just want you gone.
Sometimes-
Why are you staying? You're wasting my
sometimes I'm
time.
always-
That's it. That's a wrap.
I'm always I'm curious, right? Do women know when they do this thing? Like, do they actually do this thing with intent, or it's just some game they play to see if you fall for it? Cause I don't get it. Why do you have to go through all this charade, right? Like, why does it need to be this way? Why all these gimmicks, all these games, just because you want to get your way? Like, why? Isn't it so stressful to go this route? Like, man, I don't get it.
Between us. I already booked your hotel. You need to go. I never thought I'd kick you out of my house, but this happened. You're leaving, 100%. You're definitely not staying in my house tonight.
Are you guys terrified yet?
We're not doing this back and forth, on and off bullshit. I ain't doing that. Let's go.
I didn't.
I booked the hotel. You're leaving, 100%. Okay, well, listen, don't make me call the cops.
And don't forget, guys, I didn't have any obligation to. I booked her the hotel. I want to make sure she gets home safe. Her flight tomorrow is already set up. She has all the information. I booked the hotel in her name. I made sure everything is good for her. Because a woman tells me, no, let me just say this. If a woman ever ushers the word to you, I don't feel safe in their urine crib, they gotta go. If they don't live in town, get them some accommodations, keep it safe. I don't play that shit. So when she said that goofy ass shit to me, I said, you gotta go. Now, I was stern, but I never yelled. I never started screaming or mocking or whatever.
You're yelling now.
And that's why, see, as a man, you don't need to do, or this is my own personal opinion anyway, you don't need to participate in the drama. Like, you just don't need to. There's no reason for you to participate in the drama in any which way. Somebody wants to play drama, man, like, just keep the person at arm's reach. If someone tells you they don't feel safe, book them a ride and let them go home. None of this nonsense, hey, why don't you feel safe? Let me try to make you feel safe. I'm the guy for this, I'm the guy for... None of that bullshit, man. Like, completely divorce that idea from your head. Anytime a woman starts acting in this manner or in this way, bro, it's time to lock it down and move on. Like, tell her to pack her bags and go home. There's no need for all these displays of, in my opinion, stupidity. It doesn't make sense. You came in on a 9-hour flight to see somebody. You're seeing the person. They said that there are beautiful people in Spain. You got offended by that. That's okay. Like, it's okay to be offended by that and to communicate like an adult that, hey, I'm offended. But then you pack your bags and you leave. For Christ's sake, like, are you a child?
I'm not doing this lengthy argument. Please leave.
Please,
Go
have
stay at
manners.
the hotel. Go do your thing.
Okay, I will go.
Yes, thank you. Let's go.
1 sec.
Now, guys, remember this next part.
It didn't feel right. It didn't feel safe. He would yell. He would scream. I was pregnant in Montreal. He kicked me out. I was pregnant. I had no signal outside. I was locked out the apartment in Canada weather. And then
So I locked her out in Canada weather, left her to die. We're about to get her the Uber so she goes to the hotel. Watch what happens.
I'll figure it out. Leave me alone. I'll figure it out.
You need the hotel.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
I have texted her the confirmation for the hotel. She has the PIN number. I sent it to her. But she's saying, no, I'm going to figure it out. But she already has the information.
All right, then. I'll send you the details.
My phone doesn't work, so I don't, whatever happens.
Oh God, this is just prima. Sorry, not prima, drama. This is just prime drama. This is, God, I would lose my shit, man. Man, Abba, you're a better man than me, because I would lose my shit. This is absolute stupidity. It doesn't make any sense. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to find you a solution. And then you wake up and come back to the public space to claim that he's screaming and shouting at you. Where the hell is the scream? Where's the shouting? Where is the person that is being mean to you? The guy's being freaking nice.
No, you chose this. No, you.
What happened?
No, she's unhinged.
What she
This
said?
is unhinged. This is actually unhinged, y'all. My phone doesn't work, so whatever happens to me, fine.
Yeah, because she wants him to be like, no, you can stay. Whatever happens to me, fine. It's more manipulation.
She's not getting in the Uber that he got for her.
Yep.
And she's not going to the hotel that he
So
got
wait.
for her.
So whole time you left your sofa then.
Of an incident so completely different from what happened in a way that
It's
you
like-
are not
it's like
trustworthy
living-
at all. That
Sometimes it's like when you listen to people tell the stories back to you, it's like they're rewriting history. It's like they're living in this alternate reality, alternate fantasy of what's really going on in the world. How did she rewrite this whole script in her head to believe that Abba is the one leaving her out in the cold? How does somebody go from, hey, here are the details to the hotel, I'm booking you a ride, go to the hotel, you tell the person, I'll figure myself out. Then you come back and say the person basically threw you out. How did he throw you out? How does this compute? I'm gonna. Okay.
is deeply problematic.
And you
'Cause
handed him his reasoning. You handed him his reasoning for everything, for all this stuff.
But it means you were willing to lie
Mm-hmm.
and paint a picture of an incident so completely different from what happened in a way that you are not trustworthy at all.
Every time I break up with her, she's always putting herself in danger, runs outside in the middle of winter with apparently no cell service, and does a damsel in distress act. I was going to get her the Uber to the hotel, which under her name. She didn't want it.
I have never tried to commit suicide because he broke up with me.
So these are the text messages. This is the booking confirmation that I sent her. Here is her texting me after running outside like a goofball, and she goes, my phone is going to die. I don't have service. Then I'm like, come back to the building. I'll get you an Uber. I'm in the lobby. She's going, are you getting this? I can't call or text. I'm lost. I don't have navigation. My phone is dying. Where everything is a dire situation the moment I want to end things.
Shit, man. I'm gonna crash out if I keep watching this. What? What kind of games is this? Are you 12? Are you a child? What kind of game is this nonsense? Are you getting this? I can't call or text. You were in the building. You stepped out by yourself.
I don't have navigation. My phone is dying.
She's getting these texts. She's replying with everything but where she is or whether or not she's coming back. Okay? Mind you guys, keep in context. This is 7 p.m. downtown Montreal. There's stores everywhere. They said you haven't, so I called the hotel because she hasn't responded for hours now. I've called 20 times, looked everywhere, but you're refusing to let me help you. I hope you're safe. 2 hours later, she gets back to me. I'm not sure you will get this, but you just got my phone to turn on and this place is closing and someone here lent me their charger for a few minutes. I still have no battery, no service. You know I'm not dressed to walk around here and I've been out for, so now it's my fault.
No, man. I'm going to crash out. Fuck. I shouldn't have opened to watch this video, man. No. I think I made a mistake with my life, man. What have I done to myself? I'm gonna lose my shit. You left this place of your own accord. Like, you chose this. You chose this. How the hell do you now wake up and act like it's his fault?
You guys know this doesn't make sense, right? When he offered her an Uber, he offered her a hotel. It does not make sense.
This whole time, I've been asking for her location. She will blame me. She'll write these long messages about her distressed state. It's never a location. It's been 5 hours. You've texted me you're lost 6 times, but haven't sent me an address or the name of the store you're at. And what does she text back? You knew this was going to happen.
He goes, okay. So you want to argue, not actually lost or in danger.
She just wants to
That's
argue.
my status. I'm not safe.
See, this girl just wants to argue, man. This girl just lives for drama. She lives for premium drama, like drama of the highest level. Like, what? How? Are you like? I can't even believe what I'm reading. Are you a child? Are you a child? Like, what do you even mean? This is what you expect from like a teenage relationship. What the hell is this bullshit? Oh my goodness. And this is the person that says she's pregnant. She's pregnant with his kid. Keep in mind that this relationship did not even last 5 months. That's the crazy part. This relationship is not even 5 months old. This relationship is barely 5 months. And she's exhibiting all this behavior.
Manipulation. Manipulation.
Libby, I know you're watching.
Libby, hang it up.
You play it hard too much.
Hang it all the way up.
You saw how she told the story. I kicked her outside. I left her to die in the cold weather. I was yelling. None of it's real. The way a lot of his other stuff is real, but a lot of it's he said, she said. And because she's a pretty girl who talks calm and she recorded me at my lowest, she can make whatever narrative.
At the time when he interviewed her, he had not seen my recording, but she had.
I want to know if while you are in the house, he just says, get out, lock the door, whatever, kicks you out, and then it's like, oh, Uber and hotel after he felt bad. Or if he's like, please leave my house. I booked you an Uber and also a hotel. Please leave my house. Those two things are different. But the way you tell the story on Stevie, to Stevie, I'm going to play this again. It sounded like he kicked you out. And I don't think it is right to not include that he kicked me out and sent me to a hotel.
Okay, from what I remember is him walking me out of the house and...
Do you see how she phrased that? So from what I remember, just listen to that bullshit. So from what I remember, you living in fantasy, girl. Like, it's not like you're delusional. From what
me walking out in rage because he was walking me out, so I'm upset. So, because what my memory is could be different from like Abba's memory, but I don't remember having the hotel or the Uber. I remember leaving and not knowing where I was going.
And based on the information you have now, he did get you a hotel and an Uber.
I got that once I walked enough far away to get my own hotel.
What?
And then I was like texting him, trying to text him in between, but I couldn't because it was so spotty. So once I got to the hotel, it was like oh, he got me a hotel and an Uber. When I get to the hotel, I start to see all of his messages. And by that point, I'm thinking he really kicked me out because I didn't see the messages.
Wait. Where did you end up going?
I ended up walking like 45 minutes away to a hotel.
And you booked your own hotel?
I did, yeah.
All right.
3 days later.
Absolutely, actually. Let me book it for you. You tripping. Shit, you staying here just because...
This is me yelling. Keep in mind, I'm close to the mic.
Okay, Libby girl. So Libby came up here and straight up lied to my face. Libby said Abba did not book her the hotel room. She didn't know Abba booked her the hotel room. Abba kicked her out in the cold, in the Montreal cold.
Liar.
The way that the story was framed is that he was yelling and abusive and kicked me out. But that's not true at all.
Nope.
Like, not even in the least bit.
No.
You know one thing that's interesting watching this back now? If you pay attention to his timestamps, she was texting me as if she was lost for 4 or 5 hours. But she admits in this interview that she found a hotel in 30 minutes.
Where did you end up going?
I ended up walking like 45 minutes away to a hotel.
So the whole time she was like, oh, I'm dying, I'm in danger, all this stuff. She was in a hotel room sipping Chardonnay, playing a damsel in distress. Yeah. I'm stupid.
You want to know something? No one would have believed Abba if this was not recorded. Because I would not believe this. I would just be like, oh, please. Abba. Well, I would say, girl, please to Abba.
And that's the truth of this whole situation. Like, if I hadn't recorded this
I always tell guys, see, if she starts acting like a crazy person, my guy, start recording everything. See, don't joke with this advice. So if she starts acting like a crazy person, bro, start recording every single freaking thing. Because if she's really pretty and she just cries a little and she's lying, people will believe her over you. So don't even for a second play. Don't sleep on that, man. Don't play with that. If she starts behaving like a crazy person, bro, pick out your phone and start recording your conversations. I don't care if you think it is wrong. We shouldn't do that. To save your life. Because now she's only claiming that he's treating her badly. She could have claimed other things. She could have claimed, hey, he raped me. She could have claimed, hey, he beat me. I am telling you, to save your life, record every single interaction. Once you smell and you know that, okay, this person is behaving in a way I don't like, bro, sidestep it. If you can't sidestep it, maybe you're already in a relationship with her, record every single damn thing. You would see, it's better to have the recording and not need it than to need the recording and not have it. I've told you, I'm not going to explain anything to you again other than that. See,
no one would believe me about how it went down. The presumption of guilt is just on me no matter what. And if I am not like neurotic enough to record every incident, and it doesn't matter how much she lies or how much she gets caught in 4K lying, people are still going to believe it because at the end of the day, that's just the way this dynamic works. So now all of this has happened.
That's exactly how it
January
works, bro.
2nd. January 9th is now the breakup.
January 9th. That's the call where she hits me up. And you have to remember during this period, there were multiple suicide attempts on her end when I would try to end the relationship. And she'd do that often. So this is during one of her many attempts to like off herself. She says, I'm sorry for offing our baby. And she and I reply, you threatened to off yourself 5 times now. She goes, I'm offing our baby, remember? And I meant off the baby. I don't know. These are really hard to read.
How did you get yourself in this bullshit, man?
She writes, and then by the 24th, I would have offed the baby. She wrote, I'm going to off the baby, LOL. She quotes, I'm going to, quote, do what I have to do and off the baby, low. And then off a child too, you're right. I'm going to off myself. And this is why I chose to not have the baby. I'm sorry, meant off the baby. She writes, "Hey, listen, you're going to be all right. Sorry you met me, and sorry for offing our baby. You're going to be all right." I don't know. She would just do this a lot. And she'll claim that it's like, oh no, she's just using it because it's my words. No, she would threaten to off herself. I'd have to call the cops. And I'm like, you're going to off yourself. You're going to off the child as well. I don't know. Whatever. I just want to read these. I think that's hard for people to understand. But for me in my head, when someone has threatened to our child multiple times, when they've threatened multiple abortions and changed their mind, when they've changed their mind about having the kid, have never really intimated to you that they wanted to keep the child for the entirety of the pregnancy.
Yeah, I mean, and you said initially that he wanted the baby, but so you really had him on this, like, you know, seesaw effect. Like, you're gonna have this baby, we're not gonna have this baby. So I can imagine that emotional toll on bro. So why the flip-flop so much?
Yeah, I honestly empathize with him. I saw I did see how much Abba was wanting the baby. And I empathized with that. And I also was thinking about.
Wait, she admits it. Oh, that sucks. That girl, everyone's getting dragged to the streets. This woman, oh my God,
So
Livia, I'm glad you're not here today, because if you were, this would have been a problem.
She knows what she's doing. That's the crazy part.
I saw how much he wanted. All this time, I've been operating under the assumption that Abba kind of wanted her to have an abortion.
Because you suggested the abortion first, right? It came from you.
Boy.
Why did you want to have the abortion in the first place? Why did you even come up with that idea?
Yeah, the only answer to this is just my human response. And the abortions, did you still want to know the answer for that one?
Yeah.
I had the 4 abortion appointments total, right? Which was the one he came to.
This girl, man.
And then the 2 after that. And then the one after Montreal. But it wasn't 9. And it was all within like that month because I was trying to decide what to do.
It is very difficult to feel like this person wants a child at all. But in my head, I'm really not in a good mental space. Obviously, I'm broken by a lot of the changing of the minds and her constantly sending me off to a different world every time she threatens self-harm. So after we end the relationship, everyone says, Abba, you crashed out. You started losing your mind after she broke up with you and she said she was keeping the baby. I was blindsided. I was definitely hurt. I was upset. I was upset because this person had convinced me to stay in the relationship when I thought we weren't compatible and I should have left. And she keeps me roped in using self-harm. This person had put me through the ringer. And yeah, I definitely felt betrayed because she'd never told me that she wanted to keep the baby until the moment she ended. Now, did I crash out? No. Literally, when she told me that, I said, okay. And that was all. She then reaches out to me to want to figure things out. Now, mind you, I'm still reeling for things. I'm emotional. But I just tell her very calmly, there's nothing that's happening, and they're in the text. I'm not interested. If you change your mind now again, I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be involved.
See, it's the hardest thing for a man, right? To not want to be involved in his own child's life, you know? I don't know how these women think. They use children as like bargaining pawns or chips in these conversations, and it's so sad. It's really sad. It's like, okay, let me give an example with my personal life. I love my kids. Like, I really, really, really love my kids. I can't imagine someone using my kids as a bargaining chip to try to control me. It will break my heart to think of my children as just pieces of a puzzle that someone can hold and tell me to jump like a monkey and then I jump. It's not right. People shouldn't behave this way. I don't know how to explain this thing in a way that makes sense. It's heartbreaking what I'm seeing this guy go through. It doesn't make sense. He wants his child, but you're the only one that can make the decision to say, I'm gonna keep it or I'm not gonna keep it. And you're just taking the guy through a ringer. I'll keep it today, I won't keep it. I'll keep it today, I won't keep it. I'll keep it today, I won't keep it. Come on, man. Come on. Like, why do we always see these types of stories where women are doing all these things and acting in these ways? It's not fair. I don't know. It's not fair. See, if you're a woman out there, for me, I think that's going to cut it as a wrap for today. If you're a woman out there, you're behaving in this manner, just stop. Just stop. Like, allow the guys have a say in what happens to the kid. Like, allow them have a say in what happens to the kid. In fact, if you know you don't want to take care of the child, you can have some sort of agreement and tell the guy that, listen, if you want your child, I'm going to keep the child with you and I'm going to leave. Talk things through. Like, you have no idea the impact it has on people when they always have to think in their head. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong. When they always have to think in their head that, hey, my child could be out there right now, or hey, I had the opportunity to have a child, but I didn't. Give people an opportunity to have this conversation. Give people an opportunity to